Good evening, race fans, and welcome into a slightly later than scheduled round number 3 of the Case King Pro Series. Of course, the drivers over the 12 rounds. We've got a fair bit to get through in a short time. They're already out in qualifying. My name is John Wright, of course, Double O Raven. I'll be taking you through tonight's fun and fairs. It's two races we've got this evening, a 20-minute race, and then race number 2, a 40-minute race, which will have a reverse order grid. We will see that very shortly. Let me just quickly open this. Of course, last time out, it was the mountain, and it certainly did its work. Eric Delfant Sam Gaskell bringing home the race, went ahead of pole sitter Eric Delfant. Great race, Grantis Caracas rounding out the podium. In the standings, as I say, we're a bit behind, so we will fly through the opening stuff. It is Eric Delfant that is leading the way, 2,600 points, 92 ahead of Kevin Tobias Grunwald in the top 3, just ahead of Fabrizio Campagnella. He's on 2,356. Sasha Wasner in 5th position, just ahead of Louis Fleischer. Timur Rakhmetov in the top 10 after 2 races, just ahead of Sinotti, Godowski and Marcus Fox rounding out the top 10. Of course, it is the CaseKing.de Pro Series that we're here for. As you can see, round number 3, it is Paul Ricard. Oh yes, that's straight, and I can tell you the drivers will be loving the weather conditions as well. Hint. We've got Kailami after this one, and then we are off to Barcelona with Monza. Rounding out the first half of the season, that is going to be a double header as well, with again a top 15 reversed. We've got some more announcements as well, some special events coming up, but we will dither no more, and we'll get some drivers out on track. We're 4 minutes into the allotted 15-minute quali session. So the drivers are starting to put some times in, and Sam Gaskell goes 2nd place, Shea Sullivan taking early provincial pole. The Mustang gang once again leading the way. They're not bad in a straight line. O'Sullivan, there goes Delfant, yep, so there's going to be a lot of chopping and changing for the next few moments. Thank you very much for the follow to Leroy Lavray. My apologies, I've absolutely savagely butchered that. And we've got Sisse as well, good evening, and Romano. Times like these I wish I had my glasses on. Romano 77139, good evening, thank you very much for the follow here at LFM. It's round number 3. The drivers as well, actually, I need to get the graphics from Chris, but yeah, 3rd place in this championship will be winning the Moza CRP2 pedal with M booster. It's a pedal set accelerator and very fancy brake pedal. In 2nd place, it's an FGT Pro Formula and GT Racing Simulator cockpit. And 1st place, of course, will be winning a Simucube pedal bundle with Active Pedal Pro. That is the Active Pedal, the all singing, all dancing, all of us want one brake pedal, and an accelerator as well, which isn't too shy on technology either, that is for sure. So yeah, incredible prizes all put on by CaseKing.pro. That at the moment, yeah, about €2,250 for that particular set of pedals. The prizes are up for. Yeah, a laundry list of technical stats we could throw your way on that, it is safe to say. Yeah, it'd be good to find out just how good it is for one of the drivers after they've won it next season. Still a long way to go though, as we see more times coming in. Shea Sullivan does improve. He is loving the rain, and Delfant He goes back up to second. Gaskell's in fourth to die up in the top three of the championship. He's got his Mustang in fifth place. Even in these conditions, I do feel like I labour this point every week. The times are very, very close. Honza currently in the top 10. He had a good race last week, qualified 14th or 16th and finished 8th or 9th, 8th or 7th, someplace in that region. So yeah, very good race, although that time quickly being overtaken. Grantis Caracas hasn't got a time set as yet. Yeah, do not adjust your sets, it really is this dark and this wet. Very changeable conditions on the radar, and as I say, we've got a 40-minute race after this, so they're qualifying for this one, full 15-minute quali session for a 20-minute race. Then race number 2 will be a 40-minute race with the top 15 from this reversed, which is half the grid, which you'll love to see. We've just seen a purple time come through. It's Tobias Grunwald. Pops himself up onto the top spot with a 1 minute 58.8. I struggle to do these times in the dry. So yeah, safe to say where I am here. Caracas up to 11th position. We're over halfway through the quali session, and it is Grunwald just leaving the pits. As just in time to see O'Sullivan retake the top spot by 0.3 of a second. Boothby with a yellow flag just through turn 1 there. They're all obviously going to be on the very wet tyres. I'm sure there is very wets, isn't there? Because it is definitely very wet. The track not quite at the flooded rating as yet, but I wouldn't be overly surprised if we got there. Lots of yellow flags through the field. Rakhmatov currently in 18th position, much higher in the standings. He'll be looking to back that up, and of course Campagnella as well, we know to be very quick currently with a 2 minute 0.6, almost 2 seconds off pole pace at the moment. With 6 minutes to go, 18-degree track temperature as well. That is, yeah, it's a bit cold to work with on those tyres, to say the least. So yeah, round number 3, so I'm just triple checking that everything is working. Mysterious hiccups at the start. We're here, of course, for this double header at Paul Ricard. As I mentioned, we've got Kyalami up next, one of my absolute favourite tracks. It is just incredible. Turn 1, 5 wide on the way in, 2 wide on the way out, if you dare. Then it is Barcelona, another all-time cracker. The front left tyres already squealing. They'll maybe be hoping for a bit of rain. Then it is Monza, and then week number 7, the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup cars at Watkins Glen. So make sure you're tuned in for that one, Thursday, May the 22nd. Then we've got Silverstone for week number 8. Then we're off to Imola, sorry, yeah, Imola, and then Suzuka, the jewel in the Eastern Asian Racing Crown. The Nordschleife is, of course, on the calendar, and we're finishing off at Spa. Oh yes, the title decider will be at the home of racing, as far as I'm concerned. I'm only slightly biased towards that track. But yeah, another phenomenal calendar of tracks for the drivers to navigate their way through. Let me open the standings and we'll see. Shea Sullivan still up at the top, no one breaching that 1 minute 58.5, 3/10 ahead of Grunwald. Let's get a bit closer to the cars. It is pretty dark out on track. The race will take place. You can tell it's wet when you can clearly see those signs reflecting in the puddles. Hope that's coming through on the stream. Yeah, that's a lot of mist coming off the back of the cars. To die for Visceral, yeah, 4th place Delphant ahead of Boothby, Minar Caracas up to 8th, Campagnella 9th, and Michael Frey currently rounding out the top 10. Honzig has just gone 9th, in fact. Frey ejected from top 10 honours as Honzig gets the Honda inside the top 10. Oystein Brenham in 14th. Samir Foch in the race tonight as well. 13th position at the minute with a 1 minute 59.5. Two drivers on 59.5, two on 59.4 and two on 59.3, and obviously we've got three on 59.6. So expect changes in the end. Koloksi and Gudovsky currently occupying row number 8 with Masood and Amundsen on row number 9 provisionally. They're all under the 2 minute mark. Omar Escorcia 7 thousandths away. Well, actually 8 thousandths away, because he's done a 2 minute .007, so he needs 8 thousandths to find himself inside the sub 2 minute gang. Rogel's not far behind, and neither is Knudsen. In fact, only a tenth and a half separating 19th through 22nd at the minute. Van Rossen down in 25th place for the moment. Zaza, Kroik, and Kevin Bellick with a 2 minute 26, so the post struggling at the minute, but I'm expecting a much quicker time to come in. Shea Sullivan is threatening to go quicker as Honzig is definitely going quicker. He is looking for a 1 minute 58. There is the type of visibility the drivers are dealing with at the minute, not much. Love the sound of the puddles. I'm sure the drivers absolutely don't. With through turn 13. And heading towards the start-finish line, Honzig looking to make another assault on the top 10, and it's the second row for Honzig. The Honda finding some serious pace, and indeed finding a 1 minute 58.7. Boothby was temporarily third. Oh no, sorry. Yes, sorry, yes, of course, yeah, Boothby did manage to get a 58 as well, a 58.9, just ahead of Gaskell, his teammate, with a 58.9 as well. Campagnella 59.0, so it's just as close at the front of the grid as it is in the mid-pack. Insanely close, and Shea O'Sullivan is threatening to go quicker. They are all on their last laps, and Shea O'Sullivan has laid down quite the mark in front of the chase. He is not shy on those wet curbs either, is he? 1 minute 58.427, puts him a tenth and a quarter now ahead of Tobias Grunwald, one of the biggest gaps we've seen over the front end qualifying in this series. And it is, yeah, very flooded conditions. And O'Sullivan's trying to go quicker as well. It's just as well because Grunwald is a second up. Sam Gaskell's got 2 tenths in his pocket, so too Campagnella. Ramone in the closing stages is in turn 10. This is going to be a big jump up the field, and so too Meeks and Escorcia. Here we go. Some big movers and shakers. Gaskell's gone second. Gaskell has gone. Delphin's gone second. Gaskell third. Campagnella. Oh no, 7th. That's a big move. Oh, because there's Ramone gone 7th. Sorry, Ramone gone 7th. Now let's see what Escorcia does. He's looking to get up to 19. Shea O'Sullivan's looking for a firmer grip on the lead because Tobias Grunwald is now purple. Grunwald is purple by a considerable margin. Done the right-hander of death off the straight, and he's got a good amount of time in his pocket. He is really flying, and O'Sullivan is going to need to get a good end to this lap if he's going to hold on to pole position, because Grunwald has been overtaken by Boothby. Boothby at the death has got a second, but Grunwald's taken pole position. O'Sullivan is still out on track. He is going to cross the line. Does he have the pace to take back the top spot? He does not. Grunwald, Boothby at the death getting third, with Delphant Out on track in 4th, Honzig still in 5th. He is currently. Honzig is in 4th. Kevin Tadai's 2 seconds up, and Godowski is about to jump in to the 58, I believe, which would put him a fair chunk up the starting order. He's out of the last corner. He has got the Aston tailing for the line, and it is 17th to 8th position for Godowski with a 1 minute 58.7. And now that is what you call a qualifying session. Qualifying session in the rain, I do believe.
Alright, there is some rain in this session, so watch out for slippery curves and remember to brake earlier.
Oh, there is absolutely some rain in this session. They've got 3.5 minutes to sort their affairs. Kiss their loved ones on the cheek and head off into battle. It's 20 minutes around Paul Ricard with little in the way of grip or visibility, but a whole lot of points and prizes up for grabs. It is a 20-minute race that they've got here, and then the top 15. The finishing order will be used for to start a 40-minute race after this one. The top 15 will be reversed. Oh yes, it is going to be very, very, very good indeed. We're going to be here for the whole of that. We will bring you the starting grid momentarily, but it is Tobias Grunwald with the 1 minute 58.2. Bringing home top spot. He's got Visceral 255 and Jardier joining him on the front 2 rows of the grid. That is a nice little mix on the way into turn number 1, especially, well, the front 3 rows there. Mustangs and Hondas, with Aston Martin not too far behind. Again, a few drivers getting the quality goods done right at the death. Let's see if we can get the grip. Go, apologies, we were on the wrong one, but there we go. Tobias Grunwald will start in pole position for race number 1. He will be followed by Shea O'Sullivan, 58.427 for O'Sullivan. Boothby getting it done right at the death with a 58.5 to see him on row number 2, side by side with everyone's favourite stream dog. It is Jaroslav Honzig, 1 minute 58.5 as well. Delfant, another Honda driver in the front 3 rows, 58.6 for Delfant. Squeaking just ahead of Sam Gaskell there with a 58.6. Also, Fabrizio Campanella with a 58.7 sees him on row number 4. Now, Pavel Godowski getting an Aston Martin into the top 10 with a 58.7. He's going to start ahead of Garantas Karekas for Visceral. 58.8. Good enough to see him on row number 5 with Axel Ramone. Good charge by the Ferrari driver again late in the quali session. Kevin Tadai will start in 11th place for the Visceral driver. Philip Minard. He's seen a race win here so far this series. Going to start tonight on row number 6. He'll be ahead of Andreas Rojal, the Honda driver. Another Honda in the top 15. They're doing well around here tonight. And of course Meeks, the other Honda in that top 15. Ahead, both of them, of Timur Rachmanov. But we'll see what the Mustangs can do so far. I expect him to make up a few places. He is on row number 8 with Samir Foch. Sir Foch with a 59.2. just ahead of Oyston Brenham in the BMW. That always catches me. He's on row 9 with David Koloksky, the Ferrari driver, with a 1 minute 59.2. Michael Frey in 19th position. At one point was in the top 10 in quali. He is on row 10 with Omar Escorcia. We'll turn the braking down ever so slightly. Kevin Bellick. Our first appearance of a Porsche in 21st place. On row 11 with Rudoin Masood. Then in 23rd place it's Anders Amundsen. We've seen him in the top 10 so far, 1 at 59.8 in quali. 23rd place to start tonight. Alex Knudsen for Madcap Racing in 24th place with Vandermeer. Another Honda, 25th for Ulick. Then in 26th place is Lawrence Van Rossum in the Ferrari, 2 minute 0.1 on the timing tower. With Pocolo for Ragioli Esports. Then Claudio Zaza for Sky Simsport. There we go. Kind of went out of position there for a second. Alexander Kroik for E-Bosch. And bringing up the rear of tonight's 30-car grid is Dustin Herpel in the Mustang. Oops. So, there we go. We're coming along the Mistral Straight. Pause for dramatic effect because it is so long. Of course, the drivers will be along here a couple of times. Just a quick reminder, 20-minute race this evening. Let me just fix this. 20-minute race to start things off. The finishing order will then be used to start the 40-minute race number 2. With the top 15 reverse, which is half of the grid. So it's going to be close. As you can see, the rain has not abated any from the qualifying session. So still plenty of puddles for the drivers to navigate. Plenty of spray coming off the back as well. Yeah, trying to get some all-important warmth into the brakes. Not many corners over the 3.5 mile track. They certainly make you work for it though. They certainly make you work for it. Oops. There we go, best laid plans. Yeah, not much in the way of elevation, only 100 feet of elevation change over the track. Nice little hump through the first chicane, which is always very interesting. But here they go, around the last corner. Track temperature is down, championship points and prizes are up for grabs. 20 minutes to decide where they're starting in race number 2 effectively. There it is, green lights, foot down, flat out and flying towards turn number 1. It's a good start by the top 3 cars, and in fact 5th place there. That Honda has dived right up the middle. It is a terrible start for Honzig, that is. He has dropped 2 positions there as he sees Sam Gaskell go round the outside. Honzig looking to fight back and hold on to the spot if he can, and in fact coming to fight back on Eric Delfant as well potentially if he can. Delfant holding on to the inside line though as everyone makes it through, I believe pretty nicely. Oh no, a couple of drops, a couple of drivers having a contact at the back. We've got a yellow flag here. Yeah, nothing going on, just a little touch of door banging as you would expect in these conditions, but it is very well done by Honzig. He has fended off the advances of Delfant and Gaskell. Wow, yep, so I got that one massively wrong. Honzig coming fighting straight back at them before they got onto the Mistral Straight, and he's managed to hold on to that spot. We have had Escorcia and Bellick tumbled down the order. Other than that, no real big moves. Sorry, Matteo Pogolo up 5 positions. Alec Knudsen as well. He's made it up 5 spots, and side by side along the Mistral Straight for the first time asking, as you would expect on lap number 1. They're all absolutely tearing their way through this mist, very little in the way. Oh, and O'Sullivan's got the lead of the race. O'Sullivan's gotten past Grunwald. Grunwald in 2nd place now in Boothbay. In 3rd position, Delphant up 1 on Honzig, so he got it done off of the Mistral Straight. So too, it appears, did Shea O'Sullivan. Dare we jump back for a quick replay? He tries to do smoothly, but fails it miserably. Let's have a look and see. Oh, wow, so he already had it done before the Mistral Straight. So he was, yeah, he got it done through the twisty stuff. Delphant, though, we'll get a look at Delphant, I believe, yeah. Let's just see what happens. And in fact, big look up the inside by the 255 Mustang, and the Honda has to go around the outside. They go to 3 wide. Hanzig almost ended up in the middle of a 3 wide. As he holds his line, it is Delphant that holds the brakes, and Aston Martin goes up the inside. That is Gudowski for PSUK, making himself up a nice little overtake there as well as all that was going on. So the Mistral Straight, even in the wet still, the drivers finding those overtakes. Coloxy not quite keeping with the pace of the drivers around them. That is one of the overtakes that we caught a quick glimpse of there, and Amundsen as well. Dropping 3 positions. It is Shea O'Sullivan after lap 1 though that is leading the way. Just have a quick look down and see if anyone top 15 or so has had any major incidents. Campagnella, car number 8. Can't see anything there for Campagnella. The Ferrari dropping 3 in the opening. Oh, there's a whole lot of door banging going on between Gaskell and Honzig. Honzig has been overtaken. Gaskell muscling his way on through. Oh, and it looked... Oh, yeah, sorry, that was... I looked at the cars behind them make contact, but no, they just had a bit of a wiggle on the curb, one in front of the other. And Honzig might lose another position here. He is, and more door banging there, this time with Visceral, and that is a Visceral attempt at an overtake there by Grantis Karekis. He's looking for the switchback through turn number 10 as the Aston Martin is absolutely prowling. Gudowski's already got overtakes done in these openings. Oh no, sorry, he's exactly where he started. It's the guy behind him that's got the overtakes done. He is up into 9th position, and I tell you what, he might be up to 8th. He sends it up the inside of the last corner. Is he going to get the car rotated? He is indeed. He gets the foot down. That is a phenomenal use of the cars around him, and that is to die up a position. And Gudowski now down. No, sorry. Oh yes, yep, they are still nose to tail with Campagnella watching this. I'm sure he'll be rubbing his hands. Oh, and that's a clumsy contact there. The Aston Martin's backed out a bit heavily. And he's yep, so he's going to get a slap on the wrists for Kevin Tadai. Will get a slap on the wrist for cutting the track. I think that'll be a penalty there for Gudowski potentially as he loses the position of Philip Minard. Yeah, it's an ill wind that blows nobody some good, despite the 6 km/h wind. As soon as one driver makes a mistake, another drive instantly profits. Given how close they still are after the opening round. Dustin Herpel and Zaza are trading places as well. Zaza starting in 28th. We've got Michael Frey down at 10 positions, so rough start to the race for Frey, Zaza and Herpel. Oh, and he's got a nice move there by Zaza to hang on to that. It's going to be a nice little drag race along the Mistral Straight. And is that Amundsen just ahead of them? No, that's not. Oh, is that maybe Bellic or Frey? It is in fact Escorcia. So yeah, he's almost a lap down at the minute. It looks like the Ferrari won that little drag race. Tobias Grunwald is winning on the timing towers, but on the track, oh, Meek stumbling down the order. Oh, we've got another car off track there as well. I think we might need to go and jump on a couple of replays. This is Brenner. Oh, so we've got a car running wide there, no grip whatsoever off the Mistral Straight. We've got one car coming back, that car coming back onto track. Brenham, ooh, just with a little tickle. Concertina, and that is a 4-5-6. Six-way little collision there between quite a few of the cars. Got another accident now with Meeks again, with Mex again. Another Honda driver makes contact with the rear quarter panel there. Both cars do survive, but they've opened themselves up to an overtake from that Mustang behind. Goes up the inside, contact on the way out, so that's the front and back of the car. Headlights flashing there, presumably feeling not enough room was left. This is Alex Ramone. Oh, big contact on the way off the Mistral straight. Right out on to the exit curves, right, okay, and then it gets caught up. This one, so that was the start of the incident that we previously saw, and 5-6. Six-way concertina effect, that happens in the rain at the best of times, never mind one of the longest, fastest straights in GT3 racing. Let's see, speaking of some of the fastest things in GT3 racing, Grantis Caracas, he's hunting down Honzig in the Honda at the minute. Honzig finally succumbing to Gaskell and Delphant, who both made a place. Boothbay and Andreas Rogel in 13th place, the only two drivers to still be where they started. 11 drivers have lost positions, 2 drivers have stayed where they are, 17 drivers have gained. The sound of that puddle on the left hand side, I do hope that is coming through on the stream. I can adjust the audio levels if anything is too quiet or too loud. Oh, I should maybe do that with the microphone. Grunwald setting another fastest lap in pursuit of O'Sullivan. Boothbay still in pursuit of both of them while trying to fend off Eric Delphant. He's got a good gap behind him though, not so much for Delphant. He can definitely see the headlights of Gaskell behind him. A lot of action in the chat. We've got a joint chat with the German channel as well. Welcome to everyone that is watching on YouTube and the LFM Twitch English channel. We're here for round number 3. We've got this 20-minute race. Top 15 will be reversed, so as it stands, Oystein Brenham's going to start in the lead of race number. But we've still got half of this race to go. That could all change, and it could certainly change who's starting in 14th and 15th. The way Grunwald is driving at the moment, he is keeping that pressure firmly, as you can see, firmly on O'Sullivan to get that lead back. And there is Boothbay lurking like a spectre, absolutely biding his time, putting his laps in and keeping a close eye on the close battle ahead. He does have the luxury of not having to spend too much time concentrating on what's behind them. They've got themselves bunched up now, as we can see. Eric Delphant losing a lot of time in the braking zone to the Mustangs behind. It's Honda Mustang for 4th through to 7th place. Where Caracas, we can see, is at the back of this group. Honzig looking to take back the 2 places that he was had taken from him from Gaskell and Delphant. As across the line they go, already 5 laps in, still only 3/10 separating the top 2. Boothbay ever the predator in 3rd place. Delphant, Gaskell and Honzig right on top of one another, with Grantis Caracas rounding out the top 7. They've got a 2.3 second gap over to Daiwa, Campagnella and Minar rounding out the top 10. Minar up to Godolski with a promising run at the end of quali, down 3 in the Aston Martin. But still a lot of water to wade through for the drivers before the end of the race. Meeks has ended up settling in 10 positions down. The puddles are just incredible. So is how close it is this far down. Dustin Herpel as well, he's been sizing up an overtake on Amundsen. Judging by the lap times, I don't think it's going to be too long before he gets it either. Meeks is looking to claw back some positions, and Matteo Piccolo has been the biggest gainer of the race so far. 7 positions he has made it up in the McLaren. And it looks like he's about to make it up another one as he goes past Samir Foch and gets that one done very nicely indeed. Very nice use of the slipstream, and as Piccolo finds himself 8 positions to the good. Absolutely going to be singing in the rain. And he's going to be starting just behind some of the quickest drivers in the field as well. 19th place now. Will got him 19th to start in race 2. That is a phenomenal improvement. He makes 8 places from there. That is a very good night at the office for Piccolo. Oh, and he's absolutely got that Mustang bang to rights. So much water for them to wade through. We are well beyond the halfway mark of the opening race. O'Sullivan snatched it on lap 1, almost got it done in quali, not quite. Wow, 57.8 for Grunwald. Is he even human? Yeah, 57.8. 17 degree track temperature, absolutely soaking wet, while in second place. Does a 57.8 Boothby. In the 57s in well, in fact, with a 57.9 O'Sullivan. 58.0 up at the front. And he is keeping him at bay. There's so many battles still going on. In fact, Honzig. Let's see what's going on. Honda v Honda, in fact. So there's been a position change there that I've missed. Gaskell's past Delphant. Yes, Delphant is back to where he started. Gaskell up to Honzig now, looking to take back one of his spots and make it a net loss for Delphant as they come along the Mistral straight into the heavy braking zone. Grantis Caraicas is going to have a pretty good view of this. Oh, the Hondas go side by side. Honzig bravely up the inside. He's managed to get the car turned. Maybe got a bit too fancy with the camera angles there. Apologies, but Honzig, as we can see, a very nice move. Makes it 2 in 1 lap down the order for Delphant and brings Caraicas on to Delphant's rear bumper. Grunwald still on O'Sullivan's rear bumper. Delphant looking to keep pace with Honzig if he can. This will be another good race for Honzig if he finished here. As I say, last week made up 7 or 8 places on where he qualified. So yeah, good section to the season. We've got a follow that is on the English channel. Good evening. Check second please, says Dave Mars. Yes indeed, we can do that. Second is 3 tenths behind Shea Sullivan, where he has been for the entirety of the race. It is an absolute masterclass from these two up at the front. And yeah, let's Boothby as well, not doing too shabbily. Let's see, sorry. Oh yes, so that one was in the English channel. We had the follow was from Heapy. Good evening. English channel saying wiper not moving. Yeah, you'll find some of the drivers will be potentially in. Well, I know which one is it now. I know bonnet cam is quite popular with some drivers. Especially in these conditions, it does make it a bit easier. Dash cam obviously no use. Ooh, and they're getting close up ahead. They're still close up ahead, sorry. It's down to 2 tenths of a second off the Mistral straight. Is Grunwald biding his time, or is he just sizing up his opponent? Oh, Kevin to die with the yellow flag. He's lost a lot of pace going along the Mistral straight there, and he's going to lose a couple of positions as Philip Minard absolutely sizing him up into turn number 9. Doesn't quite get it done though. But Tadai losing out to Campaniella, who's regained one of the spots that he's lost. Godolski, I'm sure will be keen to get in on that action as well. Rogel still running in 13th place. Again, still him and Boothby, the only 2 drivers to be running where they started. Masood up 6 positions, and Matteo Poccolo still the best race out of anyone so far. He's up 8 spots. But he is back behind Samir Foch. So he's been overtaken by Foch, but still gained a position. So someone else has dropped down. Let me see. Now we can Okay, so it looks like there was a big old battle off the Mistral Straight. Oh yeah, so he is very quick. That Mustang does look like a luminous golf ball. Oh, that's a bit clumsy, and so yeah, one car stage exit left. Samir Foch then took that position back. So that one might get pulled up by the stewards. We shall certainly see. Back up to the top 10 though, where Philip Minard looking to break his way in, and Jaroslav Honzek looking to retake. Let's get some, there we go, some camera time for everyone's favourite stream dog. Jardier was down 2, now chasing back the second position he lost. Gaskell is up 2 spots as well. Oh, Grunwald and O'Sullivan, bit of a yellow flag there. Ooh, okay. Does look like there was a bit of door banging between the race leaders. We have seen Grunwald get very close along the Mistral Straight before. He gets very close, and it does in fact get around the outside, front wheel to back wheel. Ooh, and a big contact on the way through, just at the apex. They both keep it between the Mayo and the Mustard, so we'll avoid any penalties from the in-game stewards. That's not to say the live game stewards won't pick something up. But yeah, we should see them pop on screen if any do come through. I do need to get the other web browser working. Where are we looking to? We're looking for Honzek, 57.4. So yeah, the slip seen along the Mistral Straight is still working despite the drivers driving through a fairly constant mist. It is safe to say. Philip Minard not deterred by the weather, neither is Masood in fact. A driver I did quickly mention, up 6 positions. Not too shabby around this track in the Porsche. Famous, of course, for its all-conquering top-end speed. Oh, no, sorry, wait a minute, I've just got the producer in my ear. Oh, not having any top-end speed. Right, got ya. So, yeah, to do... so to get 6 places up with this straight is not too bad. As you can see, even in the slipstream, just about manages to keep up with the BMW. It only really starts making an impression just as you get to the end, and it is far too late to be sending one up the inside from there. Does try it though. The BMW just about leaves room, but does have the grip and the momentum through the corner. Very good drive by both of them. I fear I may have misspoken. Very nicely done indeed. And Masood, yeah, got a couple of spots not too far ahead of him either. Right, let's see what's going on with Honzek and... Oh wow, leaders on the final lap. That's already been 20 minutes of racing. Well, there we go. Time does fly when you're having lots of fun. I hope the drivers are having as much fun as we are in this one. Shea O'Sullivan's got the lead and he is pulling away on the final lap with Grunwald in second. Boothby getting closer to Grunwald. Is this the battle that we're going to see on the final lap? Gaskell, Honzek and Delphant 4th, 5th and 6th with Karakas in 7th. Karakas and Campaniella. Karakas pretty safe in 7th. Campaniella is under pressure. He is down a spot and it might be another 1 or 2 because Minar and Tadai are very close. Godowski looking pretty settled there. Let's see what O'Sullivan does along the Mistral Straight for the final time in this race. We've got a 40-minute race coming up. We've got Honzek coming in. Tell you what, Eric Delphant as well. Let's not look him out of this contest. No window wipers, so front wheel it is. He is going to see the battle and he might even be the battle as well when we get into turn... through turns 8 and 9. Oh, and he's having a little look up the inside. He's got the pace to keep up. Not quite got the pace to get it up the inside though. Here we go. into turn number 9. I tell you what, that's bravely onto that curb. That's going to slow the both of them down, and that is going to make it an interesting proposition for Delphine, who out with turn 9 as predicted is right on that rear spoiler. Shea O'Sullivan though coming through turn number 11. We really do need to get him getting the checkered flag, but there's going to be battles. Brenham in a battle, he's nearly going to start first in the next race. Is Masood going to steal it from him? What a turnaround that would be to make up 9 places and get to start the next race in P1. Starting in P15 though, it will be Shea O'Sullivan, winner of round number 3, race 1 in the CaseKing.de Pro Series here at Paul Ricard. Grunwald in second, Boothby and Sir Gaskell in fourth, Honzig managing to get back to 5th and hold on from Delphant, Karekis, Campanella, Tadai and Minar rounding out the top 10. Gudowski so close right down through the field. Piccolo looking to retake the position in the closing stages. They're side by side, and that is not much. Sepp and Piccolo, who didn't manage to get back past Sir Foch. So good drive there. Let me just quickly grab a couple of things and we'll get the results. Yeah, as we saw, O'Sullivan all conquering up at the top of the grid. In fact, you know what, we'll jump on here. We'll get the results up in a moment, but yeah, O'Sullivan up at the top, Grunwald in second, Boothby in third with Gaskell in fourth place. Honzig took the fastest lap in the Honda. Delphant, Karekis, Campanella, Tadai and Mina, as we saw, rounding out the top 10. Gudowski in 11th, Rakhmatov in 12th with Rojal in 13th, Brenham and Masood in 14th and 15th. So Masood will start race number 2 in the lead. Let me see. More. Indeed, there will be very shortly. We've got a 40-minute race coming up. Let me just navigate my way through here. Oh, results not quite up as yet. What we can do though, okay, we will grab the results from that in a moment, but just a quick reminder of everything that is going on at LFM. More and more reason to get yourself signed up with the hundreds of thousands of drivers that are already taking part. No bias from myself at all. Let's start with race room. Okay then, we've got the F3s, the KTM Crossbows and the DTM 1995s all making an appearance. Red Bull Ring in Mid-Ohio on the calendar for those. Aquila CR1s, the DTM 92s and the Super Touring cars at Zolder. That is going to be an absolute event, so make sure you get signed up to that. And of course on the 27th, a special event, 25-minute races every 2 hours. It is the TCRs at Portimao. Oh yes, that is going to be more fun than you can shake a very big stick at. Assetto Corsa also well covered. The Tatis at Interlagos, that is going to be an absolute tire burners. GT3s at Red Bull Ring in the dailies, and of course the weeklies. The Porsche Cup in Red Bull Ring all week with the Porsche Cup, the LMP2s and GT3s making a dual appearance there. And on the 27th, a special event GT4s at Oschersleben. That is going to be another absolute cracker. A 45-minute race, 4 o'clock Central European summertime. Make sure you set your clocks for that one. Did get that one slightly the wrong way around there. Oh, sorry, Automobilista 2 is where we are now. Interlagos, Barcelona, and the Corvello short for the F3s in the dailies, the GT1s making appearances at Imola. The 80s version of the track, then the Porsches are there at the 72 version. The Group A's out at Spa. As well, and Automobilistas special event on the 27th. It's 20 laps in the Porsche GT Classic at Imola 1972. So yeah, a proper blast from the past, that is for sure. And finally, rounding out the schedule, of course, it is Assetto Corsa Competizione, the dailies, Brands Hatch, Imola, and Zolder in the GT4s for the weeklies. It's the 3s and 4s at Kyalami. The Porsche Cups are at Watkins Glen. And then, of course, on Sunday, the ACC Drive Endurance Series see the GT3s and GT4s 4.5 hours at Imola. So make sure you get signed up on your sim of choice. I think we have... not quite got the results up as yet. I do need to hop over to the other server for the start of the 40-minute race. I'll see if I can get those results up before we jump in. And there we can see the full confirmed results. Maybe a couple of penalties here and there, of course. But didn't seem to be anything. Didn't seem to be much going on penalty-wise in the race there. We have the top. Thank you for the follow, Depno. Shield Sullivan, Tobias Greenwald and George Boothby all on the podium for race number 1. They've got they're going to be starting 15th, 14th and 13th in race number 2. Gaskell confirmed in 4th ahead of Honzig. Delfant in 6th with Karakas in 7th position. Campagnella in 8th. Jedi in 9th. Philip Minar in 10th place with Godowski in 11th. Rakhmatov up to 12th place with Rogel holding on to 13th position. Brenham finishing in 14th ahead of Masood in 15th, who will of course start in first place for race number 2. Samir Foch finishing in 16th, so he'll start 16th for race 2 ahead of Van der Meer and Van Rossen 17th and 18th respectively. Knudsen in 19th with Ramone in 20th. Meeks in 21st. Crooks up to 22nd place, and Herpel as well making good advances up to 23rd. I knew that tickle was going to come back and bite me. Amundsen in 24th, Escorcia, Piccolo, Caloxi and Frey down to 28th. And Kevin Bellick bringing up the rear of the field. He did drop down the order after some early contact. Let's see what he can do in race number 2. That'll be underway in just under 2 minutes' time. The drivers have rejoined the session. Yep, all 30 of them are already in. A couple of them making their way out on track to sneak in a couple of cheeky little laps. There's what it's done to the standings as well after those after that race there. Puts Delphant or keeps Delphant atop the table with Grunwald now in second place to die, in third Campagnella in fourth position. Bear with me a moment and I will keep up with those results. Yes, so there we go, confirmation. Delphant is atop the table before we start race number 2 here at round 3. Grunwald in second to die in third. Campagnella in fourth. Rakhmatov up to fifth position with Godowski and Wassner 6th and 7. Marcus Fox in 8th place, good finish for him. Alexander Crook in 9th and Van Rossen in 10th place. Fleischer ahead of Herpel, that's put Sam Gaskell, he's only raced twice. That puts him up to 13th. His teammate Boothby, that too his second race. And that puts him up to 15th, so big jump there. Shea Sullivan, another driver with 2 races under his belt in the series. We've just seen the race win there. That's 17th place for him, and Caracas down in 19th position. Honzig, another driver with only 2 races as well. That 20-minute, of course, half points. So Honzig now 23rd. We're here for round number 3 before the Nürburgring and Bathurst. Nürburgring in the Chinettas. That was an epic opening round. We've got Paul Ricard's double header this evening. Then it is back-to-back straight 1 hour shootouts, Kyalami and Barcelona on the 1st and 8th of May. 15th is Monza. It's going to be the same format as this evening. Top 15 will be reversed. It is then the Post Cup round at Watkins Glen on the 22nd of May. Silverstone in the GT3s, followed by Imola, another double header, another top 15 reversed grid. Suzuka and Northlife will see the GT3s duel out on the 12th and 19th of January, and then the season finale. Round number 12, 26th of June, is again going to be a double header with round 2 having the top 15 reversed grid. So make sure you get your calendar set for that. Make sure you like and subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. Thank you to everyone that has been doing so, helping the channels grow. And of course, thank you to everyone following on Twitch this evening as well. Hope you're enjoying the racing action. I think we can, in fact, get the starting grid for race 2. Not quite yet. We'll see if we can grab that in a moment, but I can confirm it is Masood in the Porsche that will occupy the top spot when the green light goes. Brenham in second, Rogel in third, Rakhmetov in fourth, and Godowski starting in fifth place. Philip Minar in sixth position. That could be an interesting prospect. Kevin Tadai in seventh, Campagnella eighth, Grantis Karekas starting in ninth, and it will be Eric Delfant rounding out the top 10 ahead of Jaroslav Honzig in 11th. It's going to be Sam Gaskell starting in 12th, with Boothby, Grunwald and O'Sullivan starting 13th through to 15th respectively. Let's see what Boothby can do out in front of these two. Certainly kept pace and closed the gap at the end. Samir Foch, 16th position for him this evening. Oops. Let's get this on the go. Hope that is all in the German chat. Of course, yeah, if anyone's wondering, the German channel is on Twitch and YouTube as well. And we've got a joint chat on the Twitch channel. But do feel free to jump in on either, even though only one of them can hear me. We'll see, in fact, if I do that, we'll see if we can get the... yeah, we don't seem to be getting the starting grid. Maybe the race is too close together, but we can have a quick look. There is Masood in the Porsche, followed by the BMW. Quite the turnaround from the first race with all the Mustangs over the top. Rogel in third, Rakhmetov starting in fourth place for this one, as they're about to get underway on their warm-up lap. 1 degree warmer. Oh, and it says in 30 minutes there's going to be no rain. Excellent. This is Godowski, of course, in the Aston, and Philip Minar starting this one in 6th place. It's then Kevin Tadai, followed by Fabrizio Campagnella in turn number 1 with Grantis Karekas and Eric Delfant, you can see there. On row number 5, they'll start ahead of Jaroslav Honzig in 11th. He is on row 6 with Sam Gaskell. More Mustangs mixing it in the top 15 again. We'll see if they can gallop their way to the top. We've got Boothby in 13th. On the same row as Tobias Grunwald, of course, all starting ahead of race 1 winning Shea O'Sullivan. There flying past them is Samir Foch. You've got to absolutely love that livery. 16th place, just ahead of Van der Meer. He's got Lorenz van Rossum joining him on row number 9. Behind them in 19th place it is Alex Knudsen and Axel Ramene, 19th and 20th. Matija Meets in 21st place, followed by Alexander Kroik. Dennis Herpel starts this one in 23rd place after a good run up the field in race 1, ahead of Anders Amundsen in the BMW. Omar Escorcia in 25th, and Matteo Piccolo, we'll see what he can do in this one. starting 26th place. Coloxy in 27th with Michael Frey. Looking to make back some positions in this one as well. 28th for him, falling over Warzaza in 29th, and Kevin Bellick in 30th position. Quick hydration, one field. Mr. Robbie G, good evening. One of Twitch's greatest streamers. Apologies it took me so long to reply to you during the last LFM broadcast. There was a lot going on during that one as well, as you see. So yeah, I wasn't paying as close attention to the chat as I should, but welcome in. It's round 3, race 2. We've had the 20-minute race at Paul Ricard. The results from that, top 15 reversed for this one. I do need that there for replays, so we'll leave that there and leave that there. Yeah, some good racing on display. There's going to be an absolute barn burner of a start here. Someplace around about this position here, I think. The top 3 from the race, from race number 1. Gaskell and Honzig just there, so yeah, tough pass there. Philip Minar could, as I say, definitely be one to watch in these opening stages. On a very wet track, that is again going to see no rain falling for the last 10 minutes or so. I can't see the track getting very dry in those closing 10 minutes, so I don't think tyres will be too much of a concern for the drivers. But here we go. I mean, can you even call that a warm-up lap? You can call that puddle through turn 12 an absolute killer. Here we go then, the CaseKing.de Pro Series Round 3 race number 2. The top 15 have been reversed, the brakes have been warmed as much as possible. The drivers have got 40 minutes. To make it along the Mistral Straight, or off the Mistral Straight safely. There is the green lights, his foot down, is flat out, and it is flying into turn number 1. And again, the top 3 getting a good breakaway. It's a big defensive move there. Karakas moving over. Oh, there's almost a bit of contact there. Very, very close. Good work on the brakes here by Minar. Oh, and they've made contact, and they've gone the wrong way. The top 2, they are out there. 15 wide. No, they're 4 wide. Out of turn number 3, Kevin Tadai manages to hold on to O'Sullivan and Boothby. They have managed to avoid it. Jaroslav Hondig's got dragged right into the thick of things, as we can see from his on board. That is a whole lot of cars around him at the minute, struggling to hold on to his position. In fact, no, he's not, sorry, he's up 2 places. I'm talking utter nonsense. He is up 2 places on the start. Boothby has been overtaken by Grunwald in the early stages, and behind them, it's all kicking off. We've got Brenham right down at the back of the field. We've got a look at that in a few moments. He's getting a good look at a 3 wide along the Mistral Straight. There's a Honda involved in that. Samir Foch has made his way up 2 positions on the start. Piccolo up 10. What a start he's had. Up 10 places. Masood's held on to the lead of the race. He's been followed by Rakhmatov, and Philip Minar is up 3 places onto the podium halfway through lap number 1. Tadai in 4th, Godowski in 5th with Campagnella in 6th position. There he is there, Delfant and Gaskell. We've got a swap in position there as Karakas find himself behind Tobias Grunwald. He is up 4 places and he is now in 10th. That is an absolute start. Rochelle Murder, I'm being told in the chat. Kroik and Meek certainly down positions. Brenham well down the order on where he started. Dare we have a look at the replay yet, or do we let some of these battles they're not playing themselves out anytime soon, that's for sure. We've got Campagnella all over the back of the Aston Martin of Godolphin. Got Katai and Minar And yeah, Godowski, that'll fastest lap will change hands a couple of times. It's gone to Campagnella, in fact. There we go. Heavy braking zone. Grunwald not wasting any time on this start whatsoever. He is up 4 places and he is hunting down Jaroslav Honzik, who's not far behind the car we're just on board with. We'll now jump on board here, I would say. Are we going to lose? Now Brenham is car number 9. Yeah, it has dropped off the bottom. Yeah, we need to keep watching this here because we've got Shea Sullivan who's looking to take some positions as well. He has got a couple on where he started. Porsche up to, Ramani up to, as I say, Piccolo and Michael Frey up 10 positions each. Apologies, that's an audio glitch in the game. If anyone was, like myself, wearing headphones, I cannot apologise enough. I don't know why the game does that from time to time. I realise it's very loud, it's not something that we've done here, so yeah, apologies, sorry about that. I don't know why it does it, it just, yeah, every now and again. Sounds like a shotgun going off in the ears, which is, yeah, left mine's ringing ever so slightly. We'll crack on, I'll try not to shout over it. Minar, still in 3rd place today. Is looking very close though, with Godowski leading an absolute solid train of cars. In fact, no, sorry, it's not. It's Campagnella that is leading the train. Oh, they're jockeying for track position now. That's Delphant, Gaskell, Honzig and Grunwald. That's an absolute murderer's row of talent chasing down. I mean, not that Campagnella's too shy either, and that is he's looking for it. More drivers setting the fastest lap in the early stages. That is going to change hands a lot. Honzig now holding the fastest lap, 58.7, so they're getting quicker. Obviously, as the tyres get slightly more warmed up, we've got Amundsen and Bellick swapping spots. Ooh, the Porsche is going to run by the BMW of Brenham, and that is Brenham. Looking to carve his way back through the field. He is doing so. It's a double overtaking, it's a double contact. Oh, and the BMW sneaks in front. The number 25 there of Amundsen, almost catching the back of Brenham's rear splitter there. Does manage to avoid it. Herpel down 1 the start of this race. It's Kevin Bellick that's been the big mover down at the back of the field. Up 7 places. Frey and Piccolo though. Both up 10 spots each. Let's get back to battles inside the top 10 though, because it is an absolute battle as Delphant, Gaskell, they swap positions. Philip Minar is swapping positions with Rakhmatov. He's got him up the inside. They're side by side with Godowski in the background as well. Kevin Dadai has followed Rakhmatov. Followed Minar through on Rakhmatov. So he is back to where he started, with Campagnella hunting him down. Delphant and Godowski, I believe, did swap positions in that Stramash in the back, with Gaskell and Honzig looking to come through as well. Tobias Grunwald still in 10th place, and that is, well, for myself that would be a fairly daunting prospect. But he just sees that as one large overtaking opportunity, I'm sure. The top 10 very, very, very close to one another. Good evening to Terios. Welcome in. Oh, Andy, absolute legend, thank you very much. Excellent, who we're on? We're on with Tobias Grunwald still. Finished 2nd in race. Ooh, and I tell you what, that's courageous. In fact, yeah, Boothby there in 12th position as well, so that is still very close behind with Shea Sullivan. Oh, Frey's gone past Piccolo. Nope, they're swapping positions. They're side by side through turns 4, 5 and 6. It's Frey that's come out on top though. So Frey not happy with the positions he's got. He's looking to take more look how close they are going on to the Mistral Straight. It's going to be Knudsen, you would think, in the Mustang. He's started there with a nice cheeky bit of slipstream. That's not the camera, that's the camera we want. Although, he might have started with a slipstream, but he certainly got left out of it. The Ferrari and the McLaren are pulling away, and the McLaren certainly unleashing those long legs in a straight line. Knudsen going for the extreme outside as the Ferrari forces the McLaren on the inside. Oh, bit of door banging. A little bit of a love tap there between the two of them, and Knudsen could be the big beneficiary. Oh, or is he? Oh, might get a nice cheeky cut back here. No, nowhere near enough grip to pull that off, although he does get very close on the exit to 9. Yeah, coming off the Mistral Straight is one thing, but turn number 9 is where a lot of things can be decided. Let's see, nothing's decided up at the front. Philip Minard is in the lead. Philip Minard's taking the lead and the fastest lap of the race. It's all change in the opening 9 minutes. We've got Massoud now down 1. Philip Minard confirmation, in fact, goes quicker again. Campagnella on the back of Rakhmetov. He is back in 4th place. Campagnella and Delphant charging through the field. Gaskell as well, up 5 spots. 3 for Campagnella, 4 for Delphant, and 5 for Sam Gaskell. Very good exit by Rakhmetov. Very nicely done indeed. Look at the headlights that are chasing him down. O'Sullivan is 13th place with Boothby in 12th. Karakas separate them from their fellow podium sitter from race 1, Tobias Grunwald. Axel Ramone up 5 spots to 15th place. Let's see what happens along the Mistral Straight. It's an incredibly long piece of track, and Rakhmetov did everything he needed to do on the exit to it. Oh, I tell you what, I'm going to get a good look at the Honda. Is he close enough to get side by side? Not quite. Pulls it in. Ooh, the Ferrari having a bit of a wiggle and a bit of a moment, and might have violated the track limits ever so slightly there. So easy to do with the lack of grip, and it's going to give the Honda a look up the inside as the Ferrari almost absolutely lost. Easy to say, it's safe to say he lost control there as Delphant looks to take the spot. He ends up running wide, and is it going to be Sam Gaskell that finds himself benefiting from this battle? No, it is not. Gaskell still in 7th place. Delphant looking for the move, not able to make it stick, and Tadai now finds himself dragged right into this battle. Oh wow, and that could be the key to unlocking Campagnella's charge for 4th place. Coming out of the last corner, of course. My apologies. I should have. Yeah, popped up the mandatory pit stop as well, just to keep things extra spicy over the 40 minutes. The driver still got the full 20-minute pit window though, as if it was a full 1 hour race. Oh, there is more chopping and changing going on. They're all side by side, and that looks like it is Honzig that's trying to fend off the visceral Ferrari, visceral car of Grantis Karakas. I'm used to being in a Ferrari. Campagnella. Campagnella is the visceral car that is there. It looks like Honzig has got that move done. So he's holding on to that one. Oh, Grunwald is suddenly up to 6th position. Yeah, Grunwald suddenly up to 6th. At this stage, he's seen that as one big overtaking opportunity. He clearly did. And yeah, he clearly did. It's a jostle again for track position behind Campagnella. Got a good view of Honzig and Karakas. Oh, Honzig right out on the outside, comes right back across onto the racing line, fending off the Ferrari's advances for the moment. But it is Godowski that seems to be... Oh, now that is Samir Foch. Oh, he's back in the pits. So yeah, off the Mistral straight end towards. Oh, and that is so unfortunate. Absolute wrong place, wrong time. And yeah, finds himself with another car bouncing off the side. Yeah, you absolutely hate to see that happen. Tobias Grunwald up to 6th place and got the fastest lap. Doesn't have his window wipers on, so no rear mirror. But yeah, 57.8, he's got Godowski behind him. You can see just how close he is to the group ahead. Gaskell trying to weave his play past Rakhmatov and Tadai Masood. Still in 2nd place in Philip Minar, stretching that gap out at the front up to 1.5 seconds now. Gaskell, has he got the run on Rakhmatov this time around? It's Mustang v Mustang. He's been shown the inside line. Is he going to hold it on the brakes? He's been given enough room as well. Very respectful by Rakhmatov, and Gaskell makes very short work of that one over the two apexes. And I'll tell you what, Rakhmatov might have been slightly overly generous. Not only that, group of 3 just behind that is Tobias Grunwald. He's now got hunting him down. Oh, taking a very different line to Gaskell through turn number 10 there, it's safe to say. No contact. In fact, the track is now rated as damp. It's a lot windier than it was in race 1, and the track is now only rated as damp. And no more rain for the rest of the race. I wonder if we'll see anyone brave enough to come out on very warm dry tyres. Yeah, especially if it's going to be damp. Is it going to get drier though, 18 degrees? Oh, we will see, we will see. Grunwald, can he get past Rakhmatov? The other one I was looking for was Godowski, down in 9th position now. Honzig up another spot. So he is really enjoying these conditions. Boothby still up to 11th, and O'Sullivan from race 1 still in 14th place with Delphant in 13th position. Brenham's made a decent comeback, back up to 15th place. Back up to 17th place, up 15 places, down 15 places, my goodness me, and up 15 places because there was down in 30th. We have lost 2 cars as well. We are down to 28. Van der Meer, another Honda driver. O'Sullivan ahead, not really looking to take advantage of the slipstream. I wonder, just trying to stay on the wet part of the track and keep the tyres cool. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it does look like it's drying up pretty quickly. They've got a few puddles still to splosh through, but it does kind of look like there is a drier line forming, maybe. Yeah, definitely puddles dotted here and there, but no rain falling, and pit stops to be taken. Philip Minar decides against on this lap. He wants another one in the lead. He's got 1.8 seconds over Masood. Kevin Tadai in 3rd place has got the fastest man on track behind him, Sam Gaskell, with a 57.5 to take the fastest lap for the moment. Grunwald up to 5th place ahead of Rakhmatov in 6th, and Karekis in 7th. Honzig in 8th place for the moment, but he has got a keen eye on Karekis' position. I'm sure Godowski in 9th, got a keen eye on both of them ahead. Campaniella rounding out the top 10 with Boothby and Delphant 11th and 12th. Ramani and O'Sullivan 13th and 14th still. Van der Meer in 15th with Ray in 16th. Brenham, Amundsen, Knudsen and Bellick rounding out the top 20 as we are approaching the halfway mark of the 40-minute race at Aston Martin trying to keep pace with the Honda ahead and absolutely struggling, especially considering the slip that Caracas is handing out. But they're going to go through the corner as you were by the look of it. Yep, very much so. Very nicely. Oh, just as I say that, a bit of a wiggle. We've got Tenebro, go Masood, go. Indeed, up in second place. Ooh, we'll jump on and have a look in a moment, perhaps. What was the Honda thinking about it through the final sector? That puddle across the track really is an absolute game changer. It makes it so difficult. Oh, there's cars coming into pits. We've got cars making their way into the pits. Before the halfway mark of the race is Kevin Tadai, that's come in from well inside the top 10. There is Masood, by the way. Apologies. Let's jump on board and watch the Porsche Master in action. Yeah, absolutely solid drive so far. We do seem to be missing, bear with me, we do seem to be missing some information at the side of the... Oh no, there we go, it is on there. Couldn't see for looking. Let's see what we can see with Honzik. He is still behind Caracas, making a valiant attempt to get past. Godowski is going to be defending sooner rather than later by the look of it. That is Boothby, that is most certainly lurking behind Campagnella, and Campagnella is looking to press the issue at the moment. Brenham as well, still looking for an overtake in mix 2. We've got cars coming out of the pits. Van Rossum is out and he is ahead of Piccolo, and we've just lost the car. No, it's one of those, I was just looking at it, but because it's disappeared, it's completely gone, much like that car. So, we will jump back up to where cars are still fighting for position. Before their pit stop, a couple of cars have been in. None of these top 10 though coming in. Mina staying in. Oh, Honzig looking quick into turn number 1. Is he going to get it done on this lap? He may well be helped by Timo Rakhmetov here, inadvertently. I'm not sure Timo particularly looking to bring a third driver into the fight, but Caracas is definitely keeping pace with him at the minute and could be pretty much forced into an overtaking attempt if he's got the pace at the end of the Mr. Straight. You really do. He's going to need to go side by side. Look at much grip he's managing to find through those 3 corners. Here we go. Good use of the curbs by all 3 cars. Rakhmetov trying to shake off the slipstream, but it's going to be all for naught. That Honda is going to punch through the air. What is Caracas going to do? He is going to pull out. There we go. So he is going to be the second fastest car there. Of course, the Honda is going to be the quickest. Is he going to brave it? Oh, there's been a bit of a wiggle ahead. He's held his nerve. Honzik absolutely as brave as you like. The car on the inside wiggled. He did not falter in the slightest. And he has sailed through, and as both cars got their way past Timo Rakhmetov, Caracas up into 5th position. Honzik up the spot, but still behind Caracas. Oh, what a battle that's going to continue to be. And here comes Campagnella. He is past Godowski. So Campagnella's got past Godowski. Boothby looking to do the same. Terrible camera for the Aston. So let's go on to the front of Boothby's car. Delphant 1.3 seconds down on this battle with Amundsen and Brenham on recovery drives. They are pretty close as well. Oh, and we've got more cars coming into the pits. More cars coming in. That is Rakhmetov and Gudovsky. So more top 10 drivers coming in. That's going to see some position changes, and we're going to see a position change here. Yeah, the track definitely on the drier side of damp now. So those wet tyres are going to be getting a bit cosy. So we think it's going to be a fair necessity. As O'Sullivan's in the pits, so too is Frey. So Shea O'Sullivan comes in from about 14th place, I believe. Now let's see turns 6 and 7. Oh, still that big puddle there though. A pretty vital part of the track. Let's see what Honzig can do this time. The Mustang dragging him along like a horse and cart. Has the Honda got the power? Look at how close he's getting. No, he's staying behind him though. He's not pulling out. He is just following behind. That is not going to be a send that we're going to see at the end of the straight. Okay. So yeah, interesting tactical play there by Honzig. He is going to keep himself behind for the moment. Maybe try and get it done in the pits. Maybe more worried about keeping the tyres cool. I mean, being in the slipstream definitely doesn't help cool the tyres. Splashing through those puddles will certainly help, that's for sure. Yeah, that one on the way into turn 12 is an absolute savage. It's just so awkwardly placed for your braking zone. It is absolutely ridiculous. Anyone for a pit stop? No. So they're staying out, so too Campaniella, Boothby and Delphant. Axel Ramone not far behind. Race leading Philip Minar, he's staying out as well. He's got a 3-second gap over second placed Sam Gaskell, who has got his way past Radoin Masood. Masood will now have the undivided attention of one Tobias Grunwald. Porsche versus a Mustang. It's a tough ask. It's a tough ask on a good day around here. But yeah, when you put that Mustang in the hands of Grunwald. Yeah, let's just see how long Masood can hold that spot for. Caracas in 5th place, Honzig in 6th, and Campaniella still in 7th. Let's see what Honzig does this time along the Mistral straight. Is he going to do exactly the same as last time and just stay behind the splash through the puddle just at the end, the first 2/3 of the straight? He goes to the outside early, but not enough pace. Yeah, just holds a nice comfortable high speed line through that corner. Yeah, match him on another corner from corner. Oh, Masood with a yellow flag. Oh, is he in the pits? No, Masood with a yellow flag. Oh, wow. That's Grunwald's Mustang. Oh, and he's just lost grip. Oh, that's very strange, in fact. That's almost like some kind of technical issue. Oh, it's queued up wrong. Right, okay, wheel disconnect. Ah, that is absolute heartbreak. You do not like to see that at all. Let's see, we've got a few drivers in the pits. Munson, Brenham and Kroik in the pits. Rakhmetov, Gudovsky and O'Sullivan all out. O'Sullivan 11 behind Gudovsky. Philip Minar is still out on track. Still rated as damp. Clearly the puddles out there. Definitely wanting that. That is quite the awkward angle for the wind as well along that Mistral straight. Nice bit of steering input there by Philip. He's got a 2.3 second gap. Let's get some decent camera work, please. Over Sam Gaskell. So Gaskell is chipping away. He is the fastest driver out there, and he has broken the fastest lap a couple of times in this race. So definitely staking a claim. There is O'Sullivan out the pits and going past Amundsen. He's got Gudowski now ahead of him. Honzik and Karakas. Still absolutely nose to tail. Oh, Shea carrying damage. Oh, Gaskell, Boothby, Minar all in the pits. Raceline, Minar in the pits. Oh, missed any incident he had, but yeah, that's a bit of a nightmare. Good win in race 1 as well. Very good win in race 1. Sullivan currently in 17th. That's going to change a lot though. Mix in the pits, Minar. As I said, Gaskell and Herpel now in the pits as well. Van der Meer's in there, Escorcia is in there. Tobias Grunwald is the on-track race leader at the moment, ahead of Karakas and Honzik. The absolute dynamic duo of this race, completely inseparable over these opening exchanges. And again, Honzik just sitting behind them, applying that pressure. Kudowski and Rakutov go past the drivers in the pits. Boothby currently running in 9th behind Gaskell. Knudsen on his way out, Van der Meer on his way out as well. Brenham is on his way back out. Masood still in the pits. Let's see if Grunwald answers. In fact, let's see what happens with Honzik and Karakas. It's been absolute apex for apex. Oh, the track's now greasy. So there has been a bit of a change, and oh no! Very quickly into the pits for the two of them. They're going to continue the battle. They're going to be followed in by Grunwald. Delphant's in as well. Yeah, Karakas, Honzik, Campagnella. Wow, just as the pit window closed, Ramini did make it in. It's not often I would sanction sitting watching a pit stop, but this is going to be close between Honzik. That's a terrible pit lane camera, has to be said. Honzik and Karakas. Let's see which one gets out first. Grunwald's still in there, so is Delphant. So here comes Philip Minar around the last corner. Delphant is still stationary. Honzik is moving. Oh, and he is still behind. Karakas is directly ahead of him. Absolutely as you were on the way in. Honzik, Karakas, it's all changing all over the place. Tobias Grunwald is out the pits. He's back out in second place. Oh, now Grunwald with a 27-second pit stop. That is quick. Has he not changed tyres? But then sure, I mean, but 27 seconds, is that why you wouldn't need that much fuel if you get to the end? Philip Minar is the race leader. Grunwald is now a second behind and ahead of Gaskell. Boothby in fourth place. Karakas in fifth and Honzik in sixth position. Up 5. Good race for Honzek. Rakhmatov still in the top 10. It's 7th with Delphant and Godowski. 8th and 9th, Ramani in 10th, and Shea O'Sullivan carrying damage, but still up 4 places to 11th. Frey and Munson 12th and 13th, but they are very close, so that could change at any moment. Piccolo loves an overtake. Took quite a few places in race 1. Certainly not being shy in race number 2. There we go, 7 minutes left to go. Sam Gaskell is still pushing for a podium spot, that is for sure, and that podium spot he's looking for is the top one, but he has got someone else looking to do the same, and it's Tobias Grunwald. Second place in race number 1. Is he on for back-to-back seconds after a reverse 15? That is not too bad at all, with Grantis Karekas in 4th place. Still being hunted down by Honzig. The gap there though now 2 seconds, in fact, sorry. So 2 seconds as Rakhmatov and Boothby are going side by side along the Mr. States. Rakhmatov, who currently has 6th position. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, Boothby is tucked nicely in behind them. 7th place for Boothby, 3rd in race number 1, so still up 6 positions after that reverse order. Delphant in 8th, Godowski in 9th, Ramani up 10 places to 10th. Michael Frey up 16 positions, so taking the honours in this one. Although Grunwald and Gaskell up 11 and 10 respectively to make it on to the podium. So yeah, that is not too bad either. Masood is still in the pit, so it looks like it's going to be 26 cars that bring themselves home tonight. Brenham currently bringing up the rear as Minar sets the fastest lap again. Minar goes for another fastest lap with a 56.2. Yeah, that fastest lap is going to tumble now with these ever drying conditions. The track now at Greasy, and yeah, Minar looks like he is on the dry tyre. So is Gaskell. Grunwald, I don't think he's changed tyre, judging by his pit stop, although it does seem 27 seconds does seem like it's a bit long for just fuel to do the last 10 minutes. But enough of my musings, as Godowski and Boothby are still going at it, and it looks like Boothby has made his way through. Godowski has taken it straight back again though. What a battle between these two. Can actually see where Boothby is. There he is there. On to the Mistral Straight, Aston Martin. Very quick indeed, but the Mustang can keep pace, especially in the slipstream. Almost like a little bit of rubber band in there. He is going to be forced to the inside line by the look of it. Oh, flashing the lights by Boothby, trying to put him off now. That was well before the halfway mark. He was up there, stays behind though. Good to see maybe if there's a little bit of a mistake in the Aston ahead, not this time around. So they'll all stay as you were. Oh, Campanella swapping places with Knudsen along the Mistral. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, that is the exit to the Mistral Straight into turn at number 8. Oh, in the back of the cars make contact, and it's Campanella that's come off first there. That is a reverse 360, and Van der Meer will I'm sure look to take advantage of that one. Munson still close. Oh, Grunwald and Karekas have swapped positions. Big swap in positions, and Karekas up to 3rd. Grunwald back up to 3rd place. Back down to 4th. Karekas up into third. I'll see if there was some kind of issue. In fact, yeah, let's just go for this. Yeah, so we'll see what happened here. He's definitely got a gap there, so I think something has gone slightly awry for Grunwald. He's on a greasy track with wet tyres on. Ah, there we go. I've just answered my own question. He's just losing time on every apex because he's on a greasy track with those wet tyres. Karakas has got the dries on, and yeah, absolutely sends it past, and I can confirm that Honzig is now ahead of him as well. So Grunwald threw the dice, went for the gamble, and it has not paid off. As Rakhmetov looking to take advantage of the situation as well, and Rakhmetov says thank you very much. And he takes the spot as well. Grunwald tumbling down the order. He has got Delfant and Godowski behind him. Boothby a bit further down. He's dropped back on Axel Ramone. Philip Minart absolutely flying up at the front. He's got his 255 competition teammate just behind him. Karakas for Visceral up to third. This is really going to spice the championship up, that is for sure. Rakhmetov. Oh, and Minar goes quicker again, only to be beaten by Gaskell. But it's a 3-second gap, and it is a gap that Philip Minar is well deserving of after that 40-minute race he started. In 6th position, I did say he would potentially be one to watch, given where he started and given the conditions, and that is what you call a very, very, very good drive indeed. Philip Minar going to be bringing home the win by the looks of it. We've still got Meeks looking for an overtake out of the last corner on the last lap. Out of the last corner on the penultimate lap. This is now the last lap. The Honda does get this one up the inside. Campaniella losing another place, and Dustin Herpel as well. A couple of good races for Dustin. He's gained in both of them. But this is Philip Minar on the Mistral Straight for the final time of asking. And this, as I say, this really is going to make it an interesting proposition in the standings before we head to Kailami. Shea is catching Boothby like crazy. Oh. Has there been a tyre choice? So there, she's on dries. Oh, Boothby the 27 pit stop as well. He's on wets. Wow. Yep, that might just change hands. We'll get a quick look though at Philip Minar crossing the line. He's going to get the checkered flag just as Amundsen tries to go past Frey. Doesn't quite make it stick, but this definitely is going to stick. Round number 3, race number 2 will be... Philip Minar will be announced as the winner ahead of his teammate Sam Gaskell 255 with the 1-2, and Karakas for Visceral in 3. Honzig up to 4th with Rakhmetov in 5th, and Delfant in 6th place. O'Sullivan and Boothby though, and O'Sullivan's got it done. The tyre choice out of the last corner. Shea O'Sullivan gets ahead of Boothby by 0.2 of a second out of the last corner. All about that tyre choice, and it definitely worked for some drivers, definitely did not for others. Wow, what a race that was. Just as the track temperature drops as well, that was... yeah, what a finish. Those, again, the tyre choices. That has massively caught out a lot of the drivers. Ooh. Yeah, we'll bring you those full results, and we'll get a quick word with the top three. Confirmation, Gaskell taking the fastest lap there. 3 Hondas on the podium, 2 belonging to 255 competition. I need to jump myself. There we go. Just fix up some of the audio, and as I say, we'll bring you. That is still race number 1. We'll get the drivers in. We'll have a quick look at see what they've guys have got to say, and then we'll bring you up the results. We've got Gaskell and Mina. I know we usually like to go third place first. So we'll see if we'll give Karekas a couple of seconds to jump in. Let's see if he will be joining us. Let me get rid of this and this. Whole lot going on the screen when you're doing these broadcasts. Fun times, fun times. That was round number 3. Of course, the Simucube active pedals up for grabs. Tell you what, we will jump in 255 competition. They got a 1-2 on the podium this evening, and in second place after an absolutely solid race, Mr. Sam Gaskell. Good evening, Sam. How was the rain in France for you tonight?
Yeah, good night. And yeah, it was interesting. We didn't prep whatsoever for the wet, so we kind of had to scrap a wet setup up out of nowhere, basically within like 3 minutes. And with the Ford, it's quite easy. But yeah, new format for the series. I actually really, really enjoyed it. I kind of doubted it behind the scenes. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this. I don't know how it's going to go, but obviously I did well, so I'm a bit biased. But no, it was I really enjoyed it, and I hope the others did too.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Certainly from a viewer's perspective, I'm not really sure we could have asked for much more. All down to strategy. I have to ask you, we saw a couple of drivers stay on the wet tyres towards the end. They tumbled down the order. So not the best strategy call. You throw the dice, you're either at a hero or a zero. Did you have put any thought into running on the wet tyres to save some time in the pits? Or did the drying track mean it was always going to be dries for you to hunt down a potential race win against your teammate?
Yeah, we did spend quite a few laps debating whether it was going to be dry and wet, and obviously if you don't change tires in the pits, you gain, especially if there's a fixed refueling time, you can gain 5 seconds in the pits, which obviously can jump you a couple of positions, which is what Tobias did, which is why he was able to jump me and almost Philip in the pits. But no, yeah, we definitely debated. I obviously went on the dries as well as Philip. George didn't, sadly. He gambled it for the wets as well, but it turned greasy as we went into the pits, which was perfect for us. But Phil made the decision quite early on, but yeah, I only really changed it within the lap just before pits, so yeah.
Right, okay. Looking ahead, of course, it's been a whirlwind start. We've had the Ginettas for the opening round. We've had the split race tonight. Again, I have to say I agree with you. Phenomenal format, and it's good to see it's going to make a reappearance over the season. But next time out, it is my beloved Kailami in the GT3s. What are your thoughts going into that one?
Well, yeah, over past seasons, I've performed quite well there. It's definitely one of my stronger tracks, especially in this car. So, yeah, hopefully I can pull out a good result, maybe even a win, because obviously that track is one of my best. Like I said, I'm super confident going into it. So, yeah.
Nice. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. I cannot wait to be treated to that one next time out. So, yeah, thank you very much, Sam. Best of luck next week, and huge congratulations on bringing home P2 in round 3, race number 2 tonight.
Thank you very much. Good night.
There we go then, Sam Gaskell, 255 team member, and it was a team 1-2. And a team 1-2 led by the commentator's hot tip before the start of the race. Started at race 2 in 6th position and brought himself home at the race win. Congratulations, Philip. How was that for you?
Yeah, thanks. That was a good race. Had a clean start. Obviously avoided that big collision in turn 1. I thought I was going to get a penalty because I cut the track, but I digress. We'll see after the race. But yeah, I just had a very clean last 2 stints. We made like a last minute call for slicks in the end, and it really paid off for me and Sam. George kind of went down his own path, and I think it bit him in the back a bit. Yeah, I mean, we were also really surprised with the forward space today in the wet. I think it's because we could run high downforce here. We have to run high downforce, but I think other guys have to run slightly less downforce. So, yeah, we got away with it, and it paid off.
Yeah, certainly got away with it, and I did touch on this with Sam as well. There was a lot of thought, as you said, George went down his own path. So did Tobias Grunwald, both of them coming out on the wets. How close were you to coming back out on the wets, or was it an easy decision to stay out, to get yourself onto some dry tyres for that push towards the end?
Yeah, we were close to taking wets. We were looking at the track status like 24/7, like in the last 2 minutes or so, and we saw our tyres just go red in sector 3, and we thought, okay, well, surely slicks is faster, and then our manager said some random guy is faster than us on slicks, and they were like, oh, okay, now we have to box. And yeah, we just overpressured the dries, and it really paid off.
Yeah, it really did. It really did. A strong start to the season. I'm just waiting on the overall standings to update, but I did ask Sam as well. It's been, as I said, to Sam, it's been an interesting start. We've had the Ginettas and we've had the 20-minute, 40-minute feature race format for this evening. Back to the bread and butter next time out, though. GT3s around Kyalami. Sam, certainly confident going into that one. How are you feeling ahead of the South African diamond of a track?
Yeah, I mean, it's my own track, and I absolutely love Kyalami. And also, like you mentioned, the format. This format is amazing. I didn't think it was going to be. I knew it was going to be good, but holy, it was so good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the 60-minute at Kyalami. I mean, I think it's like the 4th time I've done it. A 60-minute race at Kyalami in like 7 months. So yeah, I'm looking forward. Pace is always strong for me at Kyalami, so.
Yeah, good. Well, we are very much looking to see how you and the rest of the team get on, and indeed the rest of the drivers. But Philip, for round 3, race 2, congratulations on that race win. All the best for the rest of the season, and yeah, can't wait to see what you all do next time out at Kyalami.
Thank you, cheers.
Here we go then. Philip Minar leading home 255 competition. I'm just eagerly waiting to see if we can get the standings and results up. It doesn't look like they're quite ready as yet. But we do know it was Philip Minar that took the top spot, followed by his teammate Sam Gaskell, and then of course Grantas Karekas rounding out the podium. So huge congratulations to them. And of course, as I've said, it's off to Kyalami, then Barcelona, and we reach the halfway mark of the season with another double header. This one will be at Monza. And of course, make sure to get yourself signed up to the events that are on. My apologies. I've got myself a little bit excited there with the sources. Before we do a raid, which I'm sure Chris will be arranging, quick reminder of everything that's coming up. We've got the special event as well. But race room in the dailies, you've got the MX-5s, the GT3s, we've got the weeklies with the F3s, the KTM Crossbows, the DTMs, the Aquila CR1s, the DTM 92s, and the Super Touring cars as well. And of course the aforementioned special event TCRs at Portimao, 25-minute race every 2 hours on the 27th of April. Assetto Corsa, you've got the Tatus at Interlagos, TCRs, GT3s at Red Bull Ring in the dailies, the Porsche Cups and the LMP2s and GT3s in the weeklies at the Red Bull Ring. And on the 27th, at 4 o'clock Central European Summertime, is GT4s at Oschersleben. 4 o'clock, as I say, 45-minute race. Automobilista, Interlagos, Barcelona among the tracks in the dailies. The weeklies, we've got the GT1s at Imola, the 1980s version, and the 1972 version will host the Porsche 911s. And the special event, the Porsche GT Classic Imola 1972, 20 laps, 5 past 2 and 5 past 7 Central European Summer Time. And of course ACC, the GT3 and GT4s at Kyalami, Porsche Cup at Watkins Glen, in the dailies, Brands Hatch, Imola and Zolder in the GT4s. More fun than you can shake a very large stick at, that is for sure. That is all we have time for this evening, though. It doesn't look like we will be going on a raid. We'll be back on Sunday, ACC Drive Endurance Series. Make sure you get tuned into that. And again, thank you to everyone that's followed, liked and subscribed on the YouTube and Twitch channel. My name has been John Wright, and until next time, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.